Hey, Scupperter here. So, I have been making use of the Gameboy Light that I set up, and you may notice that the lights are way down low here. Well, that's because my intentions are to figure out if this backlight diffuser has a orientation to it. Because I find that if I'm holding the Game Boy straight on, give me a second. Let's turn the lights right off. Okay, so if I'm holding the Game Boy straight on, it kind of looks a little dark. But if I hold it at a downward angle or a side angle, it has a tendency to get a little bit brighter, at least from my perspective. So I'm going to try rotating the film inside and see if it makes life any easier. Okay, let's bring up the house lights and we'll go with it. Now the grip on this actually isn't too bad. I don't mind the Game Boy Light. It's granted it's I don't know if I like it more or less than the Game Boy Color. Okay, so take this back apart. So there's 6 screws in the outside housing. Now I still haven't gotten the capacitors in to complete that section of the project, but I look forward to that. Get some good sound without headphones. Perfect. Okay, so once you're inside, you can put away your tri-wing. And we're going to get a Phillips. And the Game Boy Light has 4 screws down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift out the bottom piece and flip over the top. So what we have here is we have the backlight, the electroluminescent backlight, which kind of slides into here. Hey-oh. Looks good. And then we have the film on the back that I've set in here. Wow. There's got to be a smoother way to get this out without damaging my ribbon cable. So you put it in from the top. Oh, there's a side that peels off here. On both sides. And is it clear? It's clear. Okay. So, what we need to figure out is if this affects light transmission. I don't even know the best way to do that. I know the way I had it in before. It was like that. If I flip it over, this is the tab where I put it in at the front. So here's inside back. What do we got there? A little bit of schmutz on the lens. Let's see if we can get that off. I've heard and read that these electroluminescent panels do not like cleaning solvents, isopropyl alcohol, things like that, so don't use them. Okay. So we're going to do it down and dirty. Put that in together. Sandwich the Game Boy back together to get pressure. Also have some batteries in it. You know what? I don't know where I put my Game Boy game, and it's dark. So let's turn that back on. There we go. It looks about the same. Upside down, kind of, it looks a little bit brighter, I think. I really should have found a better way to kind of audit this. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try it 90 degrees offset. I'm going to say, for sake of argument, maybe it does look a little bit better. Upside down. So that's with the original tab there. And then my last thing is going to be rotated 45. I know. We're going to have to throw it off. I'm going to just see how it looks. Turn the game off. Flip it over. And of course the case isn't closed tight enough to have the electroluminescence power up. Okay, light back on. Okay, let's see if we can find a sneaky way to adjust that. Oh, that's so much better. So having it offset does make it look better, and it's not all rainbowy. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an up arrow on it. Oh yeah, like night and day. That looks great to me. Cool. Unfortunately, you know what that means? That means I have to retrim it. Okay, so and that little tab is going to always stay left. And I have to trim the top. Let's see if that's good enough. Nope. Almost there. Actually, you know what? No, I gotta trim it a little bit more. Who's the idiot that's doing this? It is I. Razor blades around sensitive screens. Big no-no. Oh, got a little bit more off the side. Okay, that worked. Perfect. Well, let's get the anti-scratch off there. Okay. Okay. We'll just see how badly I did, and if any of you noticed if I rotated the screen while I was doing it. I hope not. But we'll find out if orientation is important. That looks so much better. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And have a great rest of your day.